afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for June 20th, 2020, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. As things continue to move activity around the planet here in this country, and it's important to know that you know that the God within you, the pure consciousness, and how you're connected, and this is important for those of us who choose to be that your connection, each and every one of us, to the universe is immense. And that's why we talk so much about how we view things when we're in these physical forms, how we look at things, and how they affect us. And that's an emotion. It's always an emotion, remember. It's nothing else. This is why we're affected by things emotionally. And understand a lot of the times, and we've learned this, is that our ego mind is dictating to the heart mind, which means, and it's very confusing for some people because they don't know that. And so they just think it's just a normal kind of a knee-jerk response, but it really isn't. It is the ego mind sending thoughts to the heart mind, which then those thoughts are embraced either knowingly or unknowingly. Mostly it's unknowingly. And as they embrace those, as we embrace those thoughts, the emotion of the heart mind kicks in, and this is what causes us to become upset, irritated, angry, and a lot of the times don't really know the source. Okay? As we see that communicates with the ego mind. So whatever visual or whatever auditory hearing that we pick up, it kicks in the emotional energy, the heart mind, which is super powerful, much more powerful than ego mind. So to be cognizant of this is very important as we so remember, those of you on this call are in 5D, but you know, when you've been practicing and unknowingly in third-dimensional frequency for so long, it doesn't seem like that because of the emotionality of it. So you're witnessing something that you're having a difficult time understanding that you're no longer in it. Okay? You're not in it. So we can look at conflict, and we can look at anger, and we can look at disorientation and misinterpretation. It is all about you. It is never about anything outside of you, because once you're able to surrender and allow the universe to take care of you. I know that might sound strange to some people. The universe take care of me? If you allow the universe to run the show, and how do you do that? You understand what you are, who and what you are. Okay, I'm not talking about the body. I'm not talking about the physical body. I'm talking about the spirit, the higher self, the soul, God, the kingdom of God, the heaven of your pure consciousness within that body. Okay? And it is to make that finite connection where the understanding is where the God within becomes the God without. Okay? So inside and outside. That's the merge of understanding that a lot of the gurus, a lot of the prophets tried to accomplish for themselves. So by understanding that you, okay, direct the universe to assist you. Now, the ego mind will fight that every step of the way, and the ego mind will take it really seriously to a level of convincing you otherwise. That's stupid, that's ridiculous, that's not possible, that can't happen. It is crazy. It's just crazy. And that fights you, see, and then it affects your emotionality. So then it starts doubting and questioning and so on and so forth. This all involves when you see something, when you hear something, at first, it may not have an effect immediately. But if we allow the ego mind to control the heart mind, it will have an effect. We all know that because we've all been susceptible to it. None of us are exempt from it. So when we see something or we hear something, and that's, I'm putting that very general, but I think everybody understands what that means. It is to be in the now as much as you possibly can. Focus only on that. Focus on your breath, your breathing. Focus on the now. Focus on the chakras, the wheels of light in your body, the etheric, the spiritual with the physical, and vice versa. It's important because this is part of the assembling of your existence in higher frequency. You must become aware that your frequency has already shifted, that it is in a higher vibrational, energy. So and it's a conflict because some people don't know this. So it can become very discomforting when they don't understand what's going on. All of our bodies are shifting. We have a lot of DNA strands that are dormant. We all know that. Those are coming into, it's like turning on the lights. And if some of you have rheostats, which means you dim them and you brighten them, it's like they start, the strands are dim, so they're subtle. And then as you increase the light, they become more functional. So it means that you start experiencing things, and everybody differently in some ways, that you didn't have before. These things you weren't experiencing, you weren't aware of. And like body shifts and changes. And it's misinterpreted by the ego mind. It sends fear it instigates fear through the heart mind. And then you start worrying that it's something physical, or you're going to have this, you're going to have that. Understand that there's a lot of body shifting. And with the body shifting of frequencies, you're going to have some anomalies, things that'll show up that you haven't had before physically. You cannot not, okay? Because I'm not talking about being in, severe pain and falling down and screaming and crying. Sometimes it's very subtle. And you may be going through a couple of days, and all of a sudden you go, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, my energy frequency is low. I feel like I've been in a marathon for, the last 48 hours. That's pretty normal. Also, people get headaches, okay? Also, people become stiff. Mobility is reduced. Other people, it's more in the brain. It's more, they start going off in all kinds of directions. Other people become quickly irritated or agitated for no reason. They just all of a sudden feel agitated. This is because when your habit, okay, and when you've been, not fully conscious about who and what you are, the habit of staying in that frequency is comforting. See what I mean? If you do something over and over again, and you've been doing it for a long time, and you go through this pattern every day and night and morning, after a while, it's comforting. For you, it helps you keep in balance, I guess you could call it. But it's pretty much illusionary. It doesn't promote your expansion in your awareness. It keeps you coddled for a box, like we talked about yesterday. And you don't know it, but you're so comfortable with it. And then something happens where it's a shift, And some people have a very difficult time letting go. You know, I no longer need this. I no longer have to have this. I'm expanding and growing and progressing here. And I know that with my body, and I know it through my heart mind, and I know it with my God within me. So I know these things, and I'm letting go, and I'm giving the universe control. Okay? Now, this is about being able to navigate this. So you take a deep breath, and you let the divine intelligence of the universe run the show. And this is an unknown, so you can't see. You can see the universe. You look all around you as part of the universe. You're part of the universe. Okay? Those who walked before us created this universe. So you know that you're an intimate part of it. And it's always supporting you. It knows exactly what experience to send your way. How does it know that? Well, how do you know what this structure is about? How does it know that? Because you are it, and it is you, but it is conscious. The universe is pure consciousness, created by pure conscious beings. Now, connect the dots with this. It's very important. It's not rocket science. You begin to realize that the universe is part of you. But you haven't ascended and perfected enough to understand what that means. Okay? So you say, okay, so the universe is part of me, and those who walked before me created this universe and many others. So it is pure consciousness, and within me is pure consciousness, known as the God, the spirit, the soul. It's pure consciousness. So, the universe is pure consciousness, and the universe was created by beings that went before me that are pure consciousness. So, in reality, guys, everything is pure consciousness. So, but when you're on this perfection, and you're perfecting, you're always ascending, you're always learning, you're always experiencing, and you're always in deep gratitude, and you're always in love. And when you do that, you say, okay, so right now I'm owning this element of knowing deeply. I am learning, and I am progressing. So the universe is directly connected with me. And the universe knows exactly what it is that it would send me. And you know what it is that it will send you? Total perfection. It's divine intelligence. And it runs the show. And you know what? You have no problem with that. The universe runs the show. Okay? And when you surrender, for your heart mind, you have no issues with it, and you have no second thoughts or doubts. And you go with that flow of the universe, knowing its connection, knowing what it is. You say, heck yes. The universe will take care of me. Always has, always will. And many people don't know this. So, but when you do, and feel the frequency, feel the vibrational frequency in each and every one of you right now. Just by communicating and acknowledging this, the universe is listening. And I don't mean by with ears, I mean with the frequencies that we all are. And when you put that intent, and you're literally talking to the universe as your best friend, okay? So you and your God walk together in a universe created by those that walk before you, that are of you. It may sound a little confusing, but when we're part of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, we continually progress. No, we're not in a position yet of knowing and of advancement and ascension to the frequency level of knowing that we will create universes, but we will eventually. Right now we're at where we're at because we've chosen to be. And this universe is absolutely spectacular. It is finite. It is pure perfection. There is nothing out of place. There are no happenstances in this universe. There is nothing by mistake. Understand that. Feel that frequency. You'll know it when you feel it in the heart-mind for confirmation for you, so that the ego mind cannot run you anymore and say this is ridiculous and this is impossible and it's just far-fetched and it's all made up and it's not doing anything for anybody. But that's wrong. That's why so many people have so many issues currently with on this planet. So when you do this, people say, well, what will happen? When you genuinely surrender to the universe, you're in charge, man. You got it. And you have all my love and thankfulness and gratitude for the one running this show. I have no doubt whatsoever. I am fully in deep understanding of who and what you are. Your consciousness, your perfection, and you're part of it. So here's the finiteness of it. When you surrender to the universe will begin to start sending you phenomenal things. More abundance, more joy, more happiness, more free feeling. It's a constant stream. And most of us put our hands up unknowingly and say, no, universe, don't send me anything. No, it's not that we know this. It's not that we're purposely doing this. It means that we've been so trained to believe and think certain ways that we block, literally, we stop our own natural state of being, which is ongoing abundance, peace, joy, prosperity. It is amazing, and it's flowing. How can it not? It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. You imagine that you're in a sea, you're in an endless space of pure abundance, prosperity, wealth, happiness, joy, well-being, deep gratitude, deep eternal love. Always, you're immersed in it. It cannot not be. And isn't it amazing how powerful we are that so many of us block this natural state flow? It flows through us. It flows around us, up and down, inside and out. It's everywhere. And yet it's like we're there, and we have this veil, this curtain that we push up, and it's impenetrable, and we say, no, I don't need it. I don't want this. I want this once and once. Through our emotionality, through the dictatorship of the ego mind, this is all connected. And this is what happens with us. You ever gotten irritated for no reason whatsoever? You wake up in the morning and you go across your day, your regimen, your routine, and then for some reason you just feel irritated. For no reason. You go, why am I so irritated? You have no reason to be irritated. It's the ego mind messing with you. I kid you not. When you realize that there's nothing that I should be irritated about, in fact, it should be the opposite. I'm deeply grateful that I got up this morning. I don't care if you're 18, 15, 10, that you actually got up and were able to maneuver in that body. Period. The first thought that comes in through the heart mind, not the ego mind, and it's sheer bliss, joy, and peace. This is part of your decision to allow the universe to run the show. It's your decision, no one else's. No one's going to stop the universe from literally flooding you with abundance and peace and prosperity and happiness and joy and avenues and experience for the best of you. Only you, each of us differently. Not everybody likes the color red. Not everybody likes the color blue. Everybody's different. Okay? In different ways, shapes, and forms. But the universe is absolutely all-knowing because it is pure consciousness. It has its own consciousness. We do too, in these bodies. You see that can you see the synergy? Can you feel the synergy? And when we've been unraveling ourselves, unmasking ourselves for quite some time now. And as that mask, that wrapping comes off, our light is everywhere. It bristles and expands. It's like putting a blackout curtain on your lamp where there is no light. And you take that, you eventually unravel that blackout curtain, and your light is everywhere. It's everywhere. It cannot be smothered. It cannot be put out because it's you. It emanates from within you. And the universe is, remember I says, what you see and what you hear, okay, the universe is directly part of the God within you, vice versa. This is pure, everything's pure consciousness. Even the smallest quantum particle has a consciousness. So when you begin to understand this and connect it, then you understand that, why in the heck have I been fighting the universe my whole existence? Why have I done that? Well, the great trickster, the great magician of deception, the ego mind. That's why. See? And then our misconception that we are not conscious when we are is so that we are bicameral, so we listen and believe and are directed for centuries, for hundreds of thousands of years, how to be, how to live, how to exist, what to believe, what not to believe. I mean, think about it. So after hundreds of thousands of years, you get to a point where you start to say, well, wait a minute here. Remember when you first woke up? You started asking all kinds of questions to yourself. You start realizing something's not right here. And I know it. Now I am motivated and inspired to find out what I am, who I am. And then you started your journeys, which brought you here, which continues to expand your journey and your understanding of who and what you are. And remember, as we go into this meditation, the universe has been always there to take care of you. It's always there. It cannot not be. We've been able to move universes so that they do not end. We've been able to move existence in the direction that we desire. Do not think that we are not part of those who have walked before us. Okay? Have they gone away? No, they have not. Don't you deserve the best of everything? Ask yourself that, each and every one of you. Without feeling guilty. Without having the ego mind dictate to your heart mind. Well, that's being greedy, or that's being this, that's being that. Without judgment on yourself. With pure gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness for yourself. And ask that question. Without being adamant. Without being aggressive and angry or forceful. But with deep eternal love and gratitude. Ask yourself that question. Do I deserve the best of everything? And you'll hear or you'll feel an energy. And it'll come back and say, absolutely. Without a question. Without a doubt. I'm happy that you have awakened. That you see this. And you chose it. No one told you to choose it. So the universe runs the show, and you're there, the receiver. And you have no doubt. The universe will take care of this. I leave it to the universe. Now, a lot of people look at you like you're some kind of wingnut or Fruit Loop. Doesn't matter anyway. Never did. Never will. That's their progression and direction, and that's their decision to find out for themselves who and what they are. Not you. It's not your responsibility. So you'll find yourself more and more saying, the universe takes care of me 24/7. If there's an issue or a challenge that's coming in, it depends on how I perceive it, and it depends on how I look at it, and it depends on how I feel about it. So if you know that you have something at your back in consciousness that is so powerful, and its whole desire is your happiness. Think about that. Its whole desire is your happiness, your peacefulness, your tranquility, your benevolence. Always. It never lets you down. It never lies to you. It never deceives you. It never hurts you. It isn't there to cause you problems. It is there to hold you, to support you, to love you, to protect you, and to just absolutely flood you with unending abundance, happiness, joy, peace, prosperity, wealth, well-being, 24/7. But you decide, each of us decide, to stop being the traffic cop and stop, take the uniform off, drop the stop sign, and allow the universe to guide you. Allow it to run the show. This is almost an epiphany of an awakening. We finally embrace that, and I will guarantee you, you will know that you've embraced it without doubt, without fear, without guilt, because of the ego mind, wholeheartedly, hook, line, and sinker, never to be visited again, never to be questioned again, and never to have doubt again. And every time, and you hear people say it, some of them deeper than others, I gave it to the universe. The universe is running the show. And I let it. That's your decision. It's not like you're being enslaved and yanked around by the ring in your nose. It means that you have the confidence in yourself, which is your part of the universe, the pureness of consciousness. So why not let that part of your consciousness run the show? And you will begin to realize that abundance, prosperity, happiness, well-being, all of it are showing up in your existence. And it won't be short-lived. The only way it's short-lived, if you allow it to be. If you embrace the ego mind again, it will be short-lived. It'll be like an engine on a vehicle missing when you put the gas down, when you push the pedal, where it cuts in and out and sputters. Okay? Little bit, little bit, not, little bit, not. So this meditation is simply put, let the universe run the show. Surrender to it. Let the universe run the show. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted. We all are. And the first thing that we want to do is relax our bodies. Many of us think our bodies are, really something else. And we're tense, we're stressed, we're worried, we're fearful, all because of that ego mind. So we just say, body relax, drop my shoulders, let it flow. attracted over the last 24 hours, I am surrendering and letting it go. I'm giving it all to the universe. Give it all to the universe. And you will. You'll feel it leave. The body relaxes. And do you think the universe ever gets tired of you sending things to it? No. These are things you don't care to experience. The universe understands it. It says, okay, you know what? We're not going to send any of that stuff to them. They don't care to experience that. They're not interested in that. They're now opening up their arms to full abundance, prosperity, happiness, well-being, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. So that's what we're going to send. The body relaxes. It will relax. It just naturally lets go. Surrender it. It does not serve you any greater good. So as you relax your body, you're going to want to move into the now. It is your decision, only your decision, to move into the now. And the now is all we have. What is the now about? It is whatever you're doing. It is the space between heartbeats. It is whatever you're doing moment to moment. And what does this do? It stills the ego mind. It stills the subconscious mind. But you're flailing around constantly, out of control constantly, period. So, you begin to realize that you, directly part of this universe in all things, have given that part over to the universe to run the show. In the now. And moment to moment means that, universe, you're handling this. It's up to you. I've given you that authority. And I have no doubt you're my best friend. You've always had my back, and you always will. And I love you dearly. And I'm deeply grateful for knowing what you are. So we don't, some of us, does it make us bad? We'll be seduced into the past. And the past, we all know, is dead. We experienced those things in the past at the time we're in the now, and we learned whatever we learned. And we move forward to experience new things. But some of us were born to the past to be so seduced and reminiscent, and that's where you feel it comes through the heart-mind, that you will take that into a future that doesn't exist. You will create that future with the past, and you will relive that future. You will relive the past in the future that you created from the past. And that's why so many people will say to themselves, maybe not verbalize it to others, why is it that I feel like I've been running in circles my whole life? I keep doing the same things over and over again. I don't understand that. Or some of you have heard it, or you've said it yourselves, one shape, form, time, or another. But being in the now stills the mind, stills the ego mind, subconscious, and in the now we are creating our futures. Moment to moment. Always in deep gratitude, always in deep eternal love. Moment to moment. The space between heartbeats. Now also, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our nose, nice and easy, nothing constricting, nothing difficult. We just easily breath in. And then we hold it briefly, and then we easily breath out. Now, I want everybody to visualize something. This is very important. It's very empowering. It's very nurturing, and it's very expansive. Visualize this breath that you take in through your nose. Visualize it, because it is divine positive energy. It comes from the highest of high frequencies. it wouldn't be able to sustain you. It would do the opposite. It would de-sustain you. If people want proof, it's right there. Now visualize this. As you breath in, you're taking that divine positive energy breath and you're pulling it up through the center of your body. By the way, effortlessly. And as you do, you are running it through the wheels of light, the 7 chakras. And the first one you come into with your divine positive energy breath is the root chakra, the Muladhara. And this is the energy, the stability, the comfort, the safety, the I am. And it is a beautiful red wheel of light. Then we move the breath, the divine positive energy, to the sacral chakra, the orange wheel of light. The Svadhisthana. This is a sensuality, pleasure, sociability, the I feel. Then we move that breath up into the yellow wheel of light chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is the strength, the personality, the power, the determination, the I do. And then we continue with our divine positive energy breath through the center of the body, through the chakras, to the wheel, the green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. Acceptance, love, compassion, sincerity, I love. Then we continue to the throat chakra, the blue wheel of light, the Vishuddha. Communication, expression, creativity, inspiration, I talk. Then we move it a little bit further into the violet wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. Intuition, lucidity, meditation, trust, I see. And then finally, we move it into the purple wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment, spirituality, I understand. Now just as you bring it up through that crown chakra and you take it in the back, put it in the back of your head, and for a brief moment we hold it. I am light, I am love, I am. And as we hold it, we compress it, condense it into pure liquid energy. The highest of the highest high frequencies. And then we release it over the pineal gland. This is very powerful energy. And as we release it over the pineal gland, the pineal gland becomes, it opens, it begins to expand. And that's why I picture it as a rosebud. Rosebud's just a green ball. And as we release this pure liquid energy, the ball turns into a rose that is in full bloom. Keeps expanding. Now, its petals in itself are immortal, so it does not deteriorate, does not die. And we continue to do this. Now understand that our pineal gland, while we're in this body, is very important to us. It is our gateway to all the particles of existence. It is our gateway to pure consciousness. And it is our gateway to beyond. So I'd say it's quite important for us. So as we expand it, these gateways open up. And our consciousness becomes more. While the universe is running the show for us. Now, we are consciously aware that we are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. We're also aware that the ego mind is incessant. It will not give up. It's relentless to continue to convince us to allow it to guide us. Through our perfection, as we perfect more and more and learn, we understand that that is not what we desire. So we tell the ego mind, and it is not in charge. We are. Tell it to please take a seat, and we operate through the heart mind. We are the masters and commanders. So we understand that, and we're one with ourselves. We are one with the heart mind, one with the God within us, the pure consciousness, one with the body. Now we have others with us also in this gathering. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. This is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. So we don't see them like we see each other. They are there. They have been for a very long time. They assist us in many different areas, and we also assist them. Now, as many as tens of thousands can surround any one of us at any one time in pure bliss. The only reason they can do this is because of their vibrational frequency. A large amount can take up a small space. They are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude. We also have the Ascended Masters. They too have been with us for a very long time. They too assist us as we do them. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth. Many, many, many more. These are those who have ascended out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness, pure light. We are God form ascending into body to experience physical form. Is our God any different than theirs? No. Is theirs any brighter than ours? No. We're all one. So we're assembled, three groups of us in this gathering, in this meditation, in this now, in this forming of the circle of light. We're immediately compelled to reach out to every single particle of existence and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It is parts of us, different facets of the pure consciousness. So we immediately call out to all light energy beings that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this gathering, in this now, in this meditation, in this forming of the circle of light. Now, they come in the Buddhaplexes. One Buddhaplex fills this universe. They come in the trillions. Visualize that. We also call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, America, and beneath. Many, many, many civilizations. Many species. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest